I don't think the contents was always in this because it's rougher than anything else in the book. There's no other page this rough. The original, I'm assuming it's the original contents. I'm not sure if it was original or if it was actually a general index or if it was added. It's dated May of '66. And by the way, each one of these represents a tab that's in the book, so it's a section in the book. So they correlate with the red tabs on the side. And each section has the contents to it. I'm going to go through the tractor section because that's generally what most people are interested in. You can see what was originally in it when it was shipped to the dealer. Then they started shipping pages, and I'm sure it got modified. That contents must be original because it does match the index page in the front. There's a lot more in this, as you will see. Later tractors that were added in. This page here, the holes are ripped in. There's not many like that, but that one is ripped. There's not really many at all. It's pretty much in good shape. Smaller tractors are up front and gets larger towards the rear. Now, for some reason, I assume this is something that was added, but it's actually the way it was. If you notice the 404, seems like the title and picture page are following the pages with the information, but that is the way the pages are numbered. They are in proper sequence, so I don't know why International did that, but that's the way it is. Some of them are more than one sheet. That one's 2 sheets. 424, then you have separate sheets here. This has all the charts you see in this book. These are Nebraska tractor test results. I believe there are some factory specs on these tractors as well as to what their performance is. There's more of the Nebraska test charts for the 424 on the other side. The preceding page is dated 65 and this is dated 1970 here, so it spans a little bit of time. This one shows some equipment available, cotton picker and a corn picker for the 504. There's some high clearances in here as well. This is a tri-fold piece here. And there's compression ratios and options and what you could get with the tractors and attachments and all sorts of information in these. What kind of wheels you could get with the tractors. Specifications on ground speed and tread, not to mention horsepower, dimensions, and weights. And just in the specs, if you own some of these, there's even information here. Cooling system capacities, oil change capacity, hydraulic system capacity, fuel tank capacities. There's lots of information in this book. I mean, you have to buy a lot of brochures to get the information that's in this one book. I'm not so sure if you could find all the brochures to give you all the information that's in this book. It would take you a while. There's stuff for attachments like that in here. I don't know that I've ever seen one of them on a tractor, to be honest. I already went through 66, but here's 56 series now. And there's other ones in here. There's 706. There's a page on a 706 in here. $756. See, yeah, that's at a. Maybe I'll put that in order because the 706 page, it was up there, and there's a 706 page back here. So I'm sure over the years a couple things have gotten out of order. Yeah, and that's 115.3 and that's 115.4. The pages are backwards. So I'll fix that. dealer may have been, there's specs on the tractors, but he may have been taking some pages out, because not all there aren't pages with pictures I don't see for the 706 and 806 so far. Of course, maybe the book never had them, maybe they didn't picture them, maybe it was strictly for specs, I don't know. I'm not honestly an IH person. Apparently this is an ignition option you could get on the tractors. I assume, yeah, that would do away with points. No points, no condensers. There you go. 56 high clear tractors. And there's 706 and 806 high clear tractors. The piece for 706 and 806 front assist is in there, or as they termed it, all-wheel drive, and here's more specs on those. Electric air cleaner indicator option. Cab. Fast hitch. Different fenders you could get on some of their tractors. Got hydraulics and dual wheels. Now there's some attachments. Now we're back to tractors at a 1256. Couplers. Here's more on all-wheel drive axles for 756, 826, 856, 1026, and 1456. There's 1468. That is a fold out. There's some attachments for 1206. And information 1206. Different wheels that were available. That's somewhat interesting. Auxiliary fuel tank, a belly tank they had available. Weight transfer attachments for the hitch. Okay, here you go, the 4156 here. There are specs for a 4100 as well. Not sure if some of these pages could have been removed as the International provided the dealer with different pages over the years, or what. There's interesting mixing. There's a lot of information here on, even though the picture's not there, the information's there. $4,100 3-point. Here's more for that. As I say, because they show 4,100 there, and that's 4,156 that was actually shown in this book. Air conditioning. That's it for the tractors. You go on the plows. What else in here? We'll just go through some random pages. Go from little stuff there. Well, here's the contents. Drawing plow. I know there's a big mounted plow in here somewhere, I think. Maybe an 8 or 10 bottom, something like that. But I'm not sure exactly where that's at. Then you go on to tillage. Little implements, the larger. Flipping through a few pages at a time here. I'm completely at random, so just giving you an idea. Anybody looks to know if there's any specific things in here covered, just send me a message. Go on the middle, busters, listers, and toolbars. I'm going to show maybe a page or two in some of these because there's a lot of the book to go yet. We'll go through, flip through as much as we can. And this is planner section. Cyclo. More on that. Chemical applicators. 12-row unit. Attachments. 6-row. I'm skipping lots of pages. I just probably flipped through 20 pages. Skipped 20 pages or better there at one turn. There's 6-row planners that fold. There's a big spread. Peanut planting equipment. There's all sorts of stuff in there. That's enough of that. Hand drills and seeders. Some of the equipment I personally think is more interesting than tractors, because there's just more variations and everything's just unique, one manufacturer to the next. Transport attachment for a drill. Common features to all IH drills. There's even shipping packages. Must have been promoting that to the dealer. And move on to cultivators. I think some of this is pretty neat here, because I can find the right page. They have some mounted ones in here. Not small ones like what we're looking at right now. There you go, there's mounted ones. There you go. 12 row. Couldn't imagine something like that. We're out east, something like that. They would have a rough time just turning the thing around in the fields out here. Okay, we'll start skipping pages again. Cultivator sections also has chisel plows in it. We're going to skip forward to the hay equipment now. Trifold on a baler. Nail chopper, we're skipping pages too. There's lots more in here than what I'm showing you. Bet I just skipped another 20 pages in that last turn. There's probably another 10 right there I skipped. You got a mower. You can see there's a bunch of pages there, but I don't have time to show you everything. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Like I said, this was definitely added to, because this binder just closes. "30-wheel rake." You got swathers in here. There's even a letter there for something to deal with the swather. Dated September 30th, 1970. I think that's when they sent them that page. Okay, we're going forward here, I think, into grain harvesting now. Pull type combines, jump up into something. 105, 205. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all these combine brochures fold out. cylinder data, guide wheel, axle attachments. Corn heads, and I'm flipping through lots of pages again. Love to show you everything, but I think my arms can get tired of holding up this camera too. That one's just full of specs. Feeder hitch, electric clutch attachments. These are dated 71 there. That one was. Accumulator attachment. I think it's for the head lift system. Windrowers. Some of those fold out as well. I think it's enough of that. That's on platform there. We're going to corn harvesting. Didn't drive Ford harvester. Can't say I've seen one of them around. Mounted picker. It's like 465/60 picker. Shellers. More mounted pickers. Your husking unit. That's all one brochure, by the way, there. I don't know how many pages, but we'll go through that one. Yeah, that was all one. Grinder and sheller units. Okay. This is the only section that does not have the contents. It's materials handling and other machines. You got a sugar beet harvester. Another beet harvester. Beet harvester. Recleaner attachment for beet harvester. 300 blades, and I'm skipping pages again. Rotary cutters. Looks like that was probably a flail mower. A farm elevator too. And there was a grinder mixer there. A couple of those. And skip some pages again. Boy, there's lots of information on those. I'm not sure what the deal is there. Must have got sent some extra pages there, different dates. Loaders, grain dryer too. More loaders. Skip some pages. Manure spreaders. Skip a few more. More manure spreaders. Truck mounted manure spreader and larger manure spreader there. Equipment for manure spreaders. Wagon gear. Hitches for wagons. Forge wagons. Automatic cattle feeder. high clearance sprayer. They call it a carrier. I guess there's probably different items you could use it on. Yep. There's a whole brochure on that. It's got to at least be 10-12 pages, if not more. I'm guessing this is, it's got some pictures. Kind of a neat looking thing. Ditcher box, and we're going to skip the West Coast equipment. Enough of that other section. This one has another index. We're going to skip through this middle busters. There's toolbars for crawlers. More items for crawlers. T15, TD9. Lead incorporator. It kind of almost looks like a planter or something. I'm not sure what that is. Doesn't look like a planter. I'm not sure what the thing is. It's got fertilizer bins to it, it appears. Another ditcher pull behind, larger I guess, for crawlers. Angle dozers. Skipped a bunch of pages again there. Bedding and ridging equipment. Spike tooth harrows. This is a fairly lengthy section. I'm skipping more pages. Disc harrows. I know they're, well, back in plows I think that would be. There's disc plows in here, I know someplace. Offset disc harrows. Skipped a bunch of pages again. Multi-purpose weights. That's for hanging on equipment or on the front of tractors. Telescoping, land leveler, all sorts of stuff. Pulverizer, looks like a coal packer. Little blade for a greater box for a cub. Larger boxes. Subsoilers. Tilt bed trailer. Actually, I know where one of those is at. Or used to. Another trailer. Actually, got several trailers. We just skipped a bunch of trailers there, so they got a whole bunch of them. We're going to skip into, that was a triaxle one there. We're going to skip into the cotton section. I think this is the last section. That's it. And just like the first page in the book, the last page has got the holes ripped in it too. So first, last, one in between, everything else is pretty much nice. So you have 3 pages that are damaged, and the rest of them, you say, are pretty darn good condition for, especially for the age of this binder and what's in it. honestly, I'm a case person, and I know the case binders I find, no two are the same. I don't know if the same holds true for IH, but by the time the dealers get done with them, you're lucky to find them intact. I think this is still a very nice binder, and stay together. So, if you watch the whole thing, you can make me an offer. It's for sale.